What is up, guys? John here, aka Bruce Lee. Today we're looking at Ben Askren's training footage for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, which is coming up super quick now. Question of the day is nice and early, you guys. I'm a kickboxing teacher here from Canada. We're gonna do a breakdown, but I want to know from you, who do you think is gonna win? Jake Paul, Ben Askren, or third option, do you think we should not even be entertaining this fight seriously? Which I would not blame you for. Let's get into the breakdown. Is the audio not going? Oh, but the intro had no music. Ben Askren looks stiff as a boar. Wait, what do you mean, there you go? What did he do? Oh, wow, that was really slow slide back. So, a couple things right off the bat is if you look at Ben Askren's footwork here, he's not really keeping his stance properly as he's moving side to side, which is a huge weakness with someone who has really good lateral movement. I'm not saying Jake Paul does, I'm just saying this is like a fundamental, like, boxing 101 thing that should really be tightened up by now, considering how long his career is. Also, when the guy's saying, like, slide back, what you can do sometimes when someone, like, tries to come in with a jab or a cross or a hook or whatever, instead of just, like, backing up both your feet and completely stepping away from the opponent, because, yeah, you can dodge, but you can't really counter as easily. What you can do is lean back, keep the shoulders over your hips, step your right foot back, and kind of lean away, and then as they retract their punch, you come back in, boom, for a counter. He just does this, I didn't even recognize it, because watch. It's just so slow. Like, when you compare this to, like, it's a bad example, but like Ryan Garcia and his speed, who I just watched like 10 minutes ago, night and day. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If so, please leave a like, because it means a lot to me and supports the channel big time. And please consider subscribing so I can hang out with you again. For now, let's get back to the video. Sloppy cross. So when they do a darting hook, okay, this guy's gonna adjust it. Good. That's not really how I throw it. Like, well, you know what? What I will say is, you see how this guy's right foot is completely suspended in the air. Like, I don't really lift my foot that much on, like, when you're trying to move forward with a hook. What's true is you want to put the main weight in your left foot, because that's the one that's gonna drive and carry the power of the hook, as well as drive you forward in terms of distance to get to your opponent, to get to your target. Suspending your right foot in the air, I find that's not really, I don't find that effective for me. But sometimes as a trainer, which, you know, like, this happens, like I do this all the time too. Not when it comes up, sometimes you have to exaggerate things to get your student to, like, you know, to pick it up properly. There you go, right? Block or slip across, darting left hook, like, that had a bit better power. This is just horrendous. Like, his shoulders are moving, but not really his hips with his shoulders. So there's not much rotational power in these uppercuts. It's just like, it's just arms. He's also not actually hitting with the correct set of knuckles every single time here. Like, again, like, a lot of just fundamental stuff. Those hooks are okay, not perfect. Let's back up a bit here. So when he first gets to the bag there, hilarious bag. His extension on these, like, kind of jab cross combo, it's not amazing. And the hips and the shoulders, again, they're not really synchronized in terms of, like, rotation. Hooks are okay. You put the weight in his left leg, decent. He drops his hands a lot though. If you look at this, like, this upcoming cross, his left hand was like bang, and then to go forward, like, this is just, like, basic stuff that you really gotta, like, work on. Considering how soon the fight's coming up, like, and then that quarter step just looks so slow, right? Like, you go jab like this, bang, 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 drop, and then do a cross. Like, I don't know how Ben Askren was so dominant in MMA for so long, not really knowing how to punch. But there's definitely a lot of things here that I thought would be, you know, I did do a video before about my prediction for this, and I thought he'd be much further along in his training by now. Like, next to the guy who's actually good, next to him in his head movement, like, look how slow and stiff Ben Askren looks. So So what they're trying to do with this drill here is that when you kind of like sit yourself up a little bit and kind of fake high, sometimes you get people to pull on a feint there, and what they'll do is they'll jab at a slightly upward trajectory, and while their hand goes up, what you can do is sink your hips, come underneath their jab a bit to release your own jab or a body cross or something like that. But you don't really bend over like this, which is exactly what Ben Askren does. Like, I don't see how that jab wouldn't have hit him square right in the eye. You know what I mean? Like, the point is you to get underneath their punch, and he's still getting hit by the he's still getting hit by the punch there. Doesn't really make sense to me. So like, some of those are okay. But, you know, fundamentally speaking, like, his hands, like, they're up, which is decent, you know, in principle is good, but, you know, look how vulnerable my chin is versus, like, when I block like this and punch like this versus punching like this, right? Like, yes, the hands are engaged, they're up, but they're not quite doing the job of protecting the face, and I don't trust this guy's reflexes to, like, slip and dodge the punches here. I think you should really be training your hands to come up a tiny bit higher. You know what I mean? Like, some of these are okay in terms of punches, and like, you know, some of those hooks, like, he keeps his hand up a lot better for that, but like, overall here, ooh, that was loud, at least in my ear. That's it, guys. So again, question of the day, let me know who you think's gonna win, Ben Askren, Jake Paul, or you don't care. I love to hear from you guys. You know, I mean, you probably have got it for gleaned this from the video already. Like, this doesn't look amazing in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of fundamental stuff here that's wrong. Like, the only thing that seems to have any power remotely from Ben Askren is that left hook. But it's his load up on it is very telegraphed. It's extremely slow. Like, I don't really see, like, I think he is gonna beat Jake Paul, but not because of speed or skill. Like, I think he's gonna grind him down, tire him out, and just like start wailing on him. Because like, yeah, like this stuff here, like, his hands are moving. His footwork needs a lot of fundamental work. His hand positioning needs a lot of work. The mechanics of his cross needs a lot of work. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like a lot of things here fundamentally just aren't caught up. And I don't know if that's because like he has so much like experience with slow twitch muscles or whatever. But I thought like with the Jake Paul fight being booked, I was under the presumption that he'd be doing only boxing training for a bit and get some massive improvements. And maybe he did improve a bit, but this is, you know, this doesn't look like a crisp professional boxer to me, personally. And here's the other thing, guys, that like, you know, like, I'm not operating at full speed when I'm shadow boxing 100% of the time, right? Sometimes you want to take it slow and focus on the technique and work on this or work on that. But you gotta remember, like, if they're putting this up on like YouTube or social media, like, this is the best they have to offer. This is as good as Ben Askren will ever look, and it's not looking amazing. So I have my doubts on that, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna win. So I am gonna tune into the fight because I'm interested in seeing what happens with Jake Paul. So yeah, let's see what it is, and I hope you enjoyed the video and the breakdown today, guys. If so, please leave a like because it means a lot, and if you subscribe, that means I'll see you again. All right, so Bruce Lee is out. See you next time, everybody.